Okay, so I wanted to come on and make a short video about a different dispute strategy that I like to call isolating disputes. So Capital One has a pretty decent card called the Platinum. The Capital. Okay, so I like to give them away, and I like to pass them out away to get those collections removed off your credit. Did you know that most collection clients receive the star letters or star email? So what I like to call isolating a dispute is just simply creating an individual dispute letter per account that you will be disputing on your credit report. So, for instance, if you have 5 collections on your credit report, using this strategy, you would not dispute all of the collections on the same dispute letter. You would isolate them by creating an individual dispute letter for each negative collection that you are disputing. So, I'll tell you a couple of reasons why this is most effective when disputing collections or pretty much anything for that matter. Like I use this isolation technique on multiple different accounts. So it just depends on what technique I'm actually using for a specific client. Each credit account is unique in its own way. It has its own everything. It has its own detail, its own account number, its own account type, date, opened, balance, past due balance, you name it. Okay. So it's going to be different from anything else that's reported on your credit report. So why not isolate it? By sending in individual dispute letters, you can address each account's specifics, making it easier and more clear for the credit bureaus to actually go through your disputes and see exactly what you're disputing. Okay, so that's for me, it's the number one reason to isolate. When I'm isolating a dispute, I want that account to stand out and I want that account to have its own individual attention. And the second reason why the isolation technique may work good for you is this. Submitting separate letters can help you avoid confusion and getting mixed up. You will not believe how easy it is to have dispute letters and accounts overlap and you think one letter is for one thing but it's not, it's for something else. It can be a headache. This way you can actually streamline your investigation process, keep all of your individualized dispute letters and responses in separate files so that if you ever have to file litigations or submit complaints, whatever you need to do, you have everything organized, ready to go. Okay, so I want to show you guys a quick dispute letter. So this dispute letter is completely isolated. And I want to show you just some reasons why this is important for this particular strategy. Now, disclaimer, this is just one strategy. This doesn't mean that I'm telling you that this is how you need to always dispute. This is just one strategy. Okay? All right. So, of course, you have your credit bureau address, your name and address, and then you're always going to have some beginner verbiage here. So it says here, listed below is the account that is being challenged, and you have your account information there. And generally, I will always like to give a reason and an instruction. So, but just here, right here, where I'm actually breaking down exactly what my discrepancies are and the reasons why I'm disputing this account. This alone is the key to the isolation process, because imagine if I had this dispute letter, same dispute letter, but I had 3 other accounts on here. Then I have the credit bureaus kind of all over the place looking at several different accounts with several different discrepancies on it at the same time. That lessens your chance of getting your desired result. So with it being isolated, all we're focused on is this one account with these 5 discrepancies. So you can imagine 3 accounts or 5 accounts with 5 or 6 discrepancies. That's a lot of stuff to kind of try to go over. So right here, of course, is where I have the header, which is like the name of the account number, some verbiage here. So right here is the actual account. and the account number. So I'm calling the discrepancy here because I want to challenge, because this is an actual collection, my error message here for this particular account number is error. I am not legally responsible for this account. Please remove. Okay. Always challenge that account number. I cannot say that enough. You will be surprised at how much challenging an account number, be it whether you know it is correct or incorrect, can help you out in your dispute process. Also, we're using Metro 2 on this letter as well. So right here where it has collection type, what I have highlighted here is error. I am not legally responsible for this account. Again, please remove this. And the reason why I can say this is because this is a collection. They have the responsibility to validate this account and validate that it is attached to the correct consumer, that it is yours, and they have to prove that to you. So this will be a dispute reason that I will always use for collections. Now, I may not use the exact same verbiage. Of course, I may switch that up, but I'm still pretty much using the same tactic. So as far as the balance, to me, I don't owe a balance. This is a collection account. I never signed any contract with this particular collection agency. So I'm going to put here error, erroneous, untrue balance. So these are things that the credit bureaus are going to have to kind of open up an investigation on, to investigate each and every one of these claims that I'm making. So everything has to be looked at. And right here under account status, this is a Metro 2 violation because this field is required, but yet it is missing. So that's why you'll see this here, error required but missing, error Metro 2 compliance error, error CDIA violation here. So, and you go here to payment status, same thing, Metro 2 violation. So I have 5 things that they need to be looking at on this letter for this one account. And then here I'm going to say something like, this is misrepresentation and is breaking CDIA standards. Please remove this inaccurate information. Misrepresentation is fraud. Please remove these unvalidated claims at once. And then there's a little more verbiage here, and there's the letter. It's just a 2-pager. A lot of times you can just put like you can print out your IDs over here on the bottom of the letter if there's enough room left. But just a simple way to dispute collections, and yes, this is a little bit more time consuming if you're going to make all of these individual letters, but it's more effective in most cases. So try this out, and hopefully you can get some really good results from using this specific method and technique. You would be surprised at just how a little change in your dispute process can go such a long way and get you the results that you need. So I hope this video helped you. Please comment below if you have any questions or send us a text message.